What's the hardest thing? Like defensively, you guys are struggling. Offensively, you got a couple tonight, but the power play's struggling. Like, are you better off to try to win this thing 4-1 or try to win it 7-5?
You love this question, but I've answered it so many times. We're trying to keep the puck out of our net, obviously. That's our main focus, and obviously we haven't done that, again, for a number of different reasons. So we're always trying to defend.
You asked obviously about the way you guys have defended the last couple of games, but it just seems like there's been a natural progression over the last couple of years even. Have you seen that, the way that you guys defend and feel more comfortable defending as a group?
I mean, how many times are we going to answer this question, really? Like, honestly, that's frustrating that we keep talking about this. We can defend. We can. We've showed that time and time again. Come into a tough building and win a 1-0 game when it matters most.
You got to promise not to get mad here. You got some big shutouts.
All right, here we go. Yes, we can play defense.
Same personnel, the same roster, the same skill set, and yet now you guys, for 11 consecutive games, have allowed 2 goals or less. What's changed in that department?
I'm waiting for Spec to write an article on the defensive side of the game, but I guess we'll keep waiting for that.
Mark Spector, Sportsnet.
So I don't know if you'll greet this question or not, but did you know that Austin Matthews had a 4-point night? Do you have the game on in the room before? Are you aware of that when you're heading out in the ice for the late Hockey Night in Canada game, Connor?
We watch a little hockey in the lounge kind of before our meeting and before our warm-up, so we watch some games, and obviously this year we're watching a lot of the North Division, so we see a little bit of their game, but no, I mean I don't, and I'm not sure why that would matter.
Remember what it felt like when opening night, when it was, you guys went in there feeling like you're going to have a good season, and that game just went sideways in a hurry. How'd that happen? Was it more them or you, or what do you think?
So long ago. I'm not even going to answer that. That was so long ago. Yeah.
Left side, front row.
Connor, I know you don't like talking about yourself, but I want to ask about the assist to Leon last game. Like, I know that's a product of talent and years of skill work, but if there's a kid out there who's like, how did he do that? Like, what would you say to him?
Yeah, how do you develop that? Yeah, I mean, it's as you said, a lot goes into that, as you said, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how to answer that.
You can't learn that. Let me answer it for you. It's just you don't. Yeah, I'll answer it for him.
Yeah. Sorry.
Connor, did you trip on a stick or did you get tripped by a stick?
What's the difference?
Do you think there was any intent?
No. I mean, is it a 2-minute penalty? Probably, but it's just a hockey play. Yeah, no, nothing.
You have to be happy with the way you guys are playing as of late. What are you seeing? What has changed? What got you guys back on the goal you want right now?
You got a bunch of good opponents coming up, and it's an important week, and there's a couple, Vegas is coming and all that stuff. You're hitting into a nice stretch against good opponents, and it looks like your team's ready to face this stretch. Like if this stretch might have come, a month and a half ago, it might have been a tougher stretch. You feel like your team's ready. You're meeting this stretch at the right moment here with the level of play.
So a good kind of maybe a mid-season report card or whatever. You guys is curious to see where yourselves to see where you're at against 3 division leaders and Tampa Bay.
Yeah, it'll be a great test for us. See where we're at. I feel like all the questions have been the same today, but
Dog days are the same.
Yeah, you guys are trying to make a story here, but yeah, I mean we're playing pretty well, and we're playing some good teams this week, and it'll be a good test. Is that it?
Thanks to the magic of Amazon, we got into your dressing room after games last year. I saw Kime and saw yourself. Is there anything when total devastation? What's happened?
Enough about last year.
Let me ask you this: is there anything from that feeling, from that moment, that helps you this year? That you take out of it, that you don't just erase, that you bring forward?
I don't know. It's about this year. We've talked a lot about last year. lot of questions about it, a lot of different things about last year. I've answered all of them, done everything, but we're moving on. It's about this year. It's about this group in here. There's definitely lessons that you learn, as you know, that we'll take from last year and remember this year. But you know, last year's over and done with, and we're starting a new year.
How was this? Did the summer feel hectic for you?
Summer's over, and we're into the new year. Yeah.
Or is that over?
Summer's over also.
I guess. Did you have? Did the summer?
There's a lot of superstition in hockey. Last year you haven't touched the trophy after the Western Final. This year you decided to touch it. Was it maybe to change the story? What was the main reason why you changed your mind?
Pretty obvious, I think. Don't touch it last year, don't win. Touch it this year, hopefully we win. You know. Yeah.
One of the Devils' highly touted players is obviously Jack Hughes, and I'm curious to hear your thoughts on his overall play and some of the comparisons that he's had to Wayne Gretzky, having won the Hart Trophy and also having the career you have. I'm curious to hear your assessment on him.
Yeah, obviously a really good young player. All those Hughes boys are amazing. You know, and obviously he's a young kid in this league, and carries himself really well out there on the ice.
Maybe just a comment. You guys were mathematically eliminated from the playoff race tonight, but you have really been clicking as a team. Can that be carried over to next season?
I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. It doesn't really matter.
When did you guys find out it was official? Was it in the first period or that you guys were eliminated?
I found out
Just now?
But it was never really a question at this point. So
the game you had was strong enough to go through the West pretty well, right? You beat good teams out there, and you beat them in 5 games. When it comes up against Florida, and you couldn't solve Florida. You know, what should we think about a Florida team that's that much better than the opponents you face get?
Yeah, they're a really good team. I said it many times already. Very deserving. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. They were really good. No? Yeah? You don't think?
Have you seen anything specific?
You're the greatest player in the world. How much extra pressure is there for you to win this game and drag it back to Edmonton and win a Stanley Cup?
That's a pretty heavy question. I don't think about it that way. You know, if you think about it that way, you'd be probably pretty crippled in terms of in how you prepare and how you play. So it's a big game. Everybody knows that. I know that. And I'm looking forward to it.